भैया गेट नहीं खुलना है। नीलू जी, नीलू जी बंद करिए, गेट बंद करिए, किसी से आर्गुमेंट नहीं, बंद करिए गेट।
Okay.
मेरे साथ आओ था, घूमने चलते हैं आज। बस खड़ी है बाहर।
आ जाओ चले,
बस खड़ी है।
आ जाओ ले जा इसको बाहर थोड़ी देर।
मुझको बताना बस आगे, ठीक है? मैं भी आऊँगी बाहर। ओके, बस को रोक के रखो।
चल स्टार्ट कर दो। मेरा भी नाम ले दियो बीच में।
Yes. So, a very good afternoon, everyone. In the second day of our convention, we'll be starting our afternoon session with a presentation with a discussion about Yuva Tourism Club, arranged by Ministry of Tourism. So we'd like to acknowledge support of Ministry of Tourism we have been receiving for the last many year conventions. They have been supporting us with different tourism branding that the participants get to know about the tourism destination in the country. The places where we held the convention, the participants are visiting the heritage sites of that place and they get more knowledge about the tourism places. And when they go back, we hope when you are going back to your own places, you will have something more about the heritage sites discussion among your friends, and they will be curious to visit these places as well in future. So welcoming Shri R. Krupakar, Assistant Director, Ministry of Tourism. Sir, please. And Shri K. Praveen Kumar, Tourist Officer from the Ministry of Tourism, for handling this session and making us aware about the Yuva Tourism Club initiative by Ministry of Tourism. Yes, sir.
Good afternoon to all the esteemed dignitaries, respected faculty members, dear students and fellow participants. Hope you all had a good sound meditation now. It is an honor to be with you today at the 10th International Convention of SPIC MACAY here at the prestigious IIT Hyderabad. I sincerely appreciate the commendable efforts of SPIC MACAY in nurturing Indian culture and heritage among the youth. This convention truly reflects the vibrant spirit of cultural awakening and national pride. Myself, I am Krupakar Ravipati, Assistant Director, India Tourism Hyderabad, Ministry of Tourism, Government of India. I am pleased to briefly introduce one of our flagship youth engagement initiatives, the Yuva Tourism Club. The Yuva Tourism Club initiative was launched in 2021 by the Ministry of Tourism, Government of India under the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav campaign. It aims to nurture young ambassadors of tourism by encouraging students to explore, experience, and promote India's rich culture, heritage, and tourism potential through guided activities and exposure. To provide a better understanding of the vision and the purpose of this Yuva Tourism Club initiative, I would now like to present a short AV film of the Yuva Tourism Club. Yes, please. Thank you for your attention. I hope this video helped you capture the spirit of Yuva Tourism Club and its excitement opportunities for youth involvement in the promotion of incredible India. Now, to take further, I invite my colleague, Shri Praveen Kumar, Tourist Information Officer, to deliver a PPT on Yuva Tourism Club. Also, I am happy to share that the Ministry of Tourism had set up a stall at the venue showcasing India's culture, heritage, and major tourist attractions. I warmly invite all of you to visit and explore the information available there. Thank you.
Check, check. Thank you very much, sir. Good afternoon, all officials and students. It's just like a mini India representation from all the states. So quickly, I'll go through the Yuva Tourism Club's presentation. Second slide. Why youth in tourism, right? Because India contains 65% of population under 35 years age. These youngsters are energetic, innovative, and will actively promote tourism in India. This is the reason Ministry of Tourism felt to form Yuva Tourism Clubs in schools, colleges, and universities. They act as cultural ambassadors of the country. What is Yuva Tourism Clubs? It's an initiative of Ministry of Tourism and also inspired by the Honorable Prime Minister's vision. As on date, we have 30,000 Yuva tourism clubs in India. And I'm proudly saying that in both Telugu states, in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, we have more than 6,000 these Yuva tourism clubs. These clubs foster interest, responsibility, and pride in India's rich cultural heritage. You can become a tourism ambassador with the help of these Yuva tourism clubs. Next slide. Film is already played. Next slide. So what do Yuva tourism clubs do? You may think when you become a member of SPIC MACAY, you have some activities to do. So what are the roles and what are the activities these Yuva tourism clubs do? You might have seen some of the things I mentioned in the presentation, like in Yuva tourism clubs, we organize tourism-oriented quiz programs, photography, selfies, essay writing competitions, street plays. And for active Yuva tourism clubs, we will also organize heritage walks and site visits in the form of familiarization tours. We will also inform the educational institutions about the tourism awareness campaigns. At present, you may see in the presentation that Incredible India logo. So Incredible India, it's a campaign to promote the unique tourist destinations of India. And there is one more campaign called Dekho Apna Desh. Dekho Apna Desh campaign encourages the citizens of India to visit their own country first, right? If you visit your own country, so you support the local economy, as a result, Atmanirbhar Bharat. As part of tourism, we will also encourage sustainability projects and cleanliness drive. Every year in the month of September, Ministry of Tourism, with the help of tourism stakeholders, educational institutions, and Yuva tourism clubs, organizes Swachhata campaign. It's a fortnight campaign where we encourage all the children to take up cleanliness drives at tourist monuments, lakes, and other places. We'll also sensitize the tourists about the importance of cleanliness in tourism. Interaction with industry experts. Ministry of Tourism associated with lot of national and state tourism bodies. Like there are FHRA representing Federation of Hotels and Restaurants Association of India, and for inbound tourism, there is association called IATO, Indian Association of Tour Operators. And for domestic tourism, we have ADTOI, Association of Domestic Tour Operators of India. So these are the experts related to fields will be in these associations, and we will include some sessions for schools and colleges to get first-hand experience of job opportunities available in tourism industry. In Yuva tourism clubs, we also celebrate special days, like in the next month, 5th June is celebrated as a World Environment Day. During World Environment Day, we'll encourage the travel and tourism stakeholders and these Yuva tourism club members to take up the plantation drives and then Swachhata drives and environmental friendly activities. We also celebrate World Heritage Day in the month of April. 18th April is celebrated as the World Heritage Day. We organize competition, like we organize a drawing competition, to know about the monument, essay writing competition on Indian heritage. And we also organize familiarization tours to the heritage sites present in Hyderabad and in and around. We will also organize International Day of Yoga. Since, because of the constant efforts and sincere efforts of the Government of India, United Nations Organization recognized 21st June as International Day of Yoga. Yoga has immense benefits and it is popular across the globe. On that day, with the help of yoga, we will promote the destinations. Previously, we have organized International Day of Yoga at Ramappa Temple, the only UNESCO World Heritage Site in Telangana. Also, we organized at Golconda Fort, Warangal Fort, and Statue of Equality present in Hyderabad. And this coming International Day of Yoga, we are planning at Statue of Equality or Golconda Fort in Hyderabad. As I said, Cleanliness Week is also very important because it is one of the hygiene factors lacking, and we are encouraging the students, and tourists, and we sensitize them about the importance of cleanliness. Next slide. These are some of the activities we have organized previously. Our Yuva tourism clubs. The picture shows the heritage walk at Charminar. We have showcased them Charminar and surrounding areas, the Lord Bazaar, Makkah Masjid, Chaumulla Palace, Guljar House, and then Spice Market. These things, the students will go for a walk with the help of the guides, and they will explore the destinations, and we will conduct them a quiz, we'll conduct them a essay writing competition, and we will appreciate their efforts. And similarly, we have organized heritage walks at Golconda Fort, Qutub Shahi tombs, Lepakshi. Lepakshi is a place, Lepakshi is a temple in Nandyal, in Andhra Pradesh. And the other picture is heritage walk picture at Ramappa Temple. Ramappa Temple is the only UNESCO World Heritage Site present in the state of Telangana. It is located at a distance of 70 kilometers from Warangal and 230 kilometers from Hyderabad. Next slide. These are some of the pictures. With the help of International Day of Yoga, we have promoted the Statue of Equality. And there are pictures of cleanliness drives happened at Kondapalli Fort. And we have also organized IITFC. IITFC stands for Incredible India Tourist Facilitator Certification Program. It's a certification program, helps you to understand about the Indian heritage, culture, and the aspects of tourism. And it is, anybody can do it. It's an online course. And there is a Salarjung Museum walk picture is there. And what you are doing these many activities, and what are the benefits you get out of it? And those benefits we are going to see in the next slides. These are the events organized by the Ministry of Tourism at headquarters level, that is ITM Nagaland, International Tourism Mart. International Tourism Mart we organize every year in one of the states to promote the Northeast. To promote the Northeast, we organize the International Tourism Mart every year. So in 21 it was happening. So quickly I'll run through. These are some of the, ITM Nagaland, we have done a program, and ITM Mizoram also. And also in Ladakh, we have, organized launch of Ladakh Vision document. And we have also organized the FAM trip. You can run through now. Also, we have organized this Buddhist Psychotrain FAM tour to understand the students. These are the unique opportunities one will get. So all the winners will be given complimentary to and fro fare and then accommodation at these events, and they will understand in Northeast, they will understand the tribal heritage and culture. And regarding Buddhism, India is a land of Buddhists and land of Buddhism. So these are the things we have done so far. You can change the slide. Incredible India needs you. You understand about India, India's rich heritage and culture and tourism in the Yuva tourism clubs. If you are interested and if you want to join Yuva tourism clubs, you can approach your management. It is very easy. Ministry has set up a dedicated website for the Yuva tourism club. The domain address www.ytc.gov.in. Anybody can, with the help of your management, you can register There will be minimum of 20 students are required, and there will be a student coordinator and teacher coordinator to lead the programs. This is all about this one. And the last slide, you can show me, last slide. And if you have any doubts, just visit the Yuva Tourism Club website. There is a concept note of Yuva Tourism Clubs. All the details are present there. And then you can reach out to our email ID, idhyd-tour@nic.in. And I thank management of SPIC MACAY, management of IIT Hyderabad, all the students, elders, officials, directors, presidents present here for giving Ministry of Tourism to present the Yuva Tourism Club. Thank you one and all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for this enlightening session about the Yuva Tourism Club initiated by Ministry of Tourism. May I invite now our chairperson, R.M. Tiwari, sir, to felicitate our speakers. All the students, whenever they go back to their when they go back to their college schools, they can inquire about this Yuva Tourism Club, and I'm hopeful that this department will be very helpful to initiating this and making this Yuva Tourism Club at your schools, college. So, yes. Yes. Shri R. Krupakar, Assistant Director, Ministry of Tourism. Shri K. Praveen Kumar, Tourist Officer from Ministry of Tourism. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir. So now we are moving to our next program for the afternoon session. We'll be having a very interesting learning literature session led by Shri Javed Akhtar Sahab. He will be joining us soon. Before that, you must have all seen beautiful pictures of Mahakumbh in our gallery near the LHC. So those pictures have been clicked by Shri Lalit Verma-ji. May I now please welcome Lalit Verma-ji to come and share his experience while photographing these images at Mahakumbh held in the month of February and March. He has also shared a small clip of the video about capturing these pictures in Mahakumbh, which he will be sharing. Yes. We welcome you, Lalit sir, for sharing your experience with us.
Hi, good evening, everybody. First of all, thank you to the inspiring fathers of this event. Of course, the lovable, inspirational Dr. Kiran Seth and the director of the Hyderabad IIT. Thank you so much for being so sensitive to give something to the students here, which will definitely, after this event, change you and make you better human beings. That is the biggest success, and there is no competition in life. If you become a good human being, you will be the best. I had the good fortune of going to the largest human gathering on earth, the Mahakumbh. All of you have heard about it. Some of you would have been there. But I went there not as a seeker, not as a sadhu, not as a saint. I went there as a photographer. And what does a real photographer do? He looks outside with his one eye, and with the other eye, he looks inside. If you know in life, there are two aspects. And the same thing also was in the Mahakumbh. You can look at the Mahakumbh from two different aspects. One is the human side, which is the governance, the administrations, the good, the bad, the ugly, the cleanliness, etc. And the other side is the inner side, the divine side. So I tried to give a balance between both of the sides, the inner as well as the outside, the human and the divine. It was my choice. So with this motive, taking my camera and my weight, I decided to walk the kilometers and kilometers that people came from so many different parts to witness the confluence of the three rivers. The first, the Ganga, the second, the Yamuna, and the third, the mysterious and the mystical river, the Saraswati. But I discovered in my walks a fourth river that really matters. It matters more than all the other three rivers, and that was the river of humanity. When people walked, they were walking there not for show off, not to become something. They were just walking with one single intention. When the entire world was walking towards war, here in our Bharat, in our country, there were 650 million people walking towards the confluence, representing an aspiration towards change, towards becoming better human beings, towards getting relieved from all the burdens of the past. That's the symbolic reason when you go and take a dip, and becoming free and becoming what I would say reborn. So there were many messages from this Mahakumbh Mela which I will share, because it was not just a conglomeration of people. It was an aspiration towards a much higher thing. And while I was walking, and then I took a boat and I went onto the Ganga, I was a little disappointed as a photographer because it was misty, it was very cold, and I could not see anything. I could just see the birds. And so I took a few pictures of the birds, came back to the Saraswati Ghat where I was staying, and when I opened that photo, I found a picture which became the tempo of my journey. And what was that photograph? There were many birds adrift, looking here and there, like all the human beings do. And amongst them, one flew up. And that bird, the picture was, you will see in my exhibition that there is one bird that flew up, and a line of Shri Aurobindo from his Savitri came to my head immediately, and that said, "A fire has come down and touched men's hearts and gone. Only a few have caught fire and risen to greater life." I hope that all the students who have come here, you have been getting that great flame from above. It has come to each one of you through SPIC MACAY, through IIT. Let it not be just a few that catch fire and rise to greater life. Let it be each one of you. That is how you can serve your country. I will now quietly show you 3 minutes of a clipping, which was actually meant to be showcased at the Film Festival of Cannes, where this movie was shown on the 18th of May. And then you can ask me some questions, because the movie was from sunrise to sunrise, and all the things that happen between it. Now, I'm not a filmmaker. I just have a cell phone which I'm not supposed to carry inside, but I carry because I'm a photographer. And with this, I took pictures, and when I stitched them together, I'm telling this story to you because all of you can actually be artistic in whatever you do. And when I stitched them together, it became a message of inner awakening. So let's see that clipping for 3 minutes, and then we can have a question answer, and we can share some wisdom with all of us. So this is not my video, but before it comes to my portion, I thought, let me tell you a highlight of the, while she's preparing, the Kumbh Mela did not have a watchman who would detect if you have any faith or any color or any religion. Okay, it has come. So let's see it. But that's not the music. Sorry, that's not the music. I wish it was. Mother Ganga did not differentiate between any religion.
Is it with some music? Yes, sir, I'm just checking that. No.
A still morning at the silence. A low bird rose slowly to the sky, while others stayed as if on the river's surface. In that moment of silence, I felt the pulse of the Mahatma. A fire has come and touched men's hearts and gone. A few have caught flame, and risen is little left. As I stood on the banks of the Ganga at dawn, watching millions step silently into waters, an undeniable truth from the need of the other emerged. As I entered the Akharas, my first encounter with a group of Italians from across continents, chanting the Shiva Tandava Stotram, stirring the sacred fire, merging east and west in divine resonance. And amidst it all, I stood still, just one among millions. Yet something stirred within me, but also quiet and
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so that was a small clipping. Yeah, thank you. Of course, how much more time do I have? I have 5 more minutes, so maybe I can take 2 questions, but and answer very briefly. But just to give you an outline of what you saw, the Kumbh Mela was a learning experience which taught me that there should be a balance between inner and outer life, not just focus on, as the director said, technology and science and physics, but also metaphysics, spirituality, and that's how you have a more fulfilling life. And the Mahakumbh is nothing else but a reminder that when you go and take a dip inside the Ganga, it's symbolically cleaning yourself with the big load that everybody like Mrigas Charanti. I want to also take the opportunity to read out one beautiful quotation of Shri Aurobindo, because a lot of people misunderstands religion and Hinduism and all. And we are all part of the Sanatana Dharma, which is an inclusive religion. And he says, Sanatana Dharma, which we are all part of, the world is part of, that which we call the Hindu religion is really the eternal religion, because it is the universal religion which embraces all others. If a religion is not universal, it cannot be eternal. A narrow religion, a sectarian religion, an exclusive religion can live only for a limited time and a limited purpose. This is the one religion that impresses on mankind the closeness of God to us and embraces in its compass all the possible means by which man can approach God. So you see the greatness of our country. It is not only all-inclusive, but it also allows you to find the same things that all religions and all ways of life take you to. And these are the 5 things: light, immortality, freedom, bliss, and God. And the Kumbh Mela, in some way, is a universal. There were all kinds of faiths. I have seen the Muslims there, I have seen Christians, I have seen Sikhs, I have seen Jains, I have seen, in this small movie you saw, there were these Italians, which means our culture is exported all over the world, not because of trying to become bigger than the others. It is to be able to share with the world and have tools. We still don't have tools where we can live in harmony. In fact, if you see, not a single problem of existence, essential problem of existence has been solved. And essentially, the problems are of harmony. And so my vision of the Kumbh was to try to find out how we can look towards a transformation. And I would like to end with the meaning of transformation. You come here to learn, to transform. You come here to become new, to become more complete. Because when you were born, before you were born, as I was telling, you came from the unknown. Is there anybody here, and I'll give you a free holiday in Pondicherry in my art gallery, who can tell me do you know anything about before you were born? It's unknown. And after life, after death, also it is unknown. So you come from the unknown and you merge into the unknown. And it's during this life we have to evolve and we have to make progress. So with this, I would like to use the last sentence on what is the meaning of transformation. The state of transformation is, again I quote from Shri Aurobindo, he says, "My body is a living and happy tool. My spirit, a vast sun of deathless light." So with this, of course, I'm here for the next 6-7 days. You can ask me any questions. But until the next session comes, if you have any question, I can take 1 question or 2. Yes. Okay, I think the next person is coming. Thank you so much.
Yeah. See, my dear students, the 2 first rows, not students and senior people, we have come here as guests of IIT Hyderabad. Please don't forget that. IIT Hyderabad professors, if anybody of ours is sitting on the first, any row, and an IIT professor comes, you must get up. Please, I'm requesting this. I'm myself sitting on the ground because we must give respect to this institution which has given us such a wonderful place. Am I right on this? So anyone who's sitting on the seat, any SPIC MACAY person who's sitting on the seat will get up when there is a IIT professor coming in. Is that clear? And not just first 2-3 rows, even there, if they come, and he says it is an IIT professor, you'll please get up. Okay, anywhere in the auditorium. Okay? Yeah, quickly now. Let's start. Quickly.
I would now request Arun Sahaji to please come and felicitate Lalit Verma ji.
There's one more announcement, one more little announcement that Lalit is an old friend who runs a beautiful gallery in Puducherry. And if any of you go to Puducherry, do go to his gallery. And he has set up a beautiful place also. The whole place is very, very beautiful. It's worthwhile when you make a trip to Puducherry to also visit. It's called the Aurodhan, yes. Do make a point to visit Aurodhan. Okay? Right now you should see his exhibition. It's right there. As you go out, it's right there. When you're going out, you can just go to the exhibition. Is that fine?
Yes, welcome.
All right, thank you. today we just have forgotten to feel passionately about anything at all. So I think SPIC MACAY is the one that's been giving me a lot of nourishment. I think, yeah, that's the word I've been looking for. It's been nourishing me very holistically, time and again. It's just a way of life. It's a way of looking at everything. It's a way of, it's a way how you greet a person when he comes to your house for the first time. It's as basic as that. So that is what we really confronted for the first time in our lives. तो मैं शुरू ही से इसकी स्टडी के साथ हूँ इसका एक मेंबर हूँ तो छोटी छोटी जगहों में जाकर खासतौर से स्टूडेंट्स को तालिबानियों को विद्यार्थियों को जो है हमने अपनी सभ्यता अपनी तहजीब और अपना तमद्दुन सिखाया और बताया और समझाने की कोशिश की है और आज तक कर रहे हैं हमारी तहजीब और हमारा धार्मिक जो विश्वास और संबंध है ताकत के लिए हुकूमत के लिए जितने भी झगड़े फसाद हो रहे हैं तो अगर ये संगीत को समझे अगर ये शास्त्रों को समझे अगर ये धर्म को समझे तो आज ये तमाम झगड़े और तमाम फसाद पीस में बदल जाएंगे और इन नफरतों को
This is a little glimpse about volunteer experience through SPIC MACAY movement. It was a small glimpse about volunteer experience through our journey of 48 years SPIC MACAY movement. Now we are going to share something about our scholarship scheme. Gurukul Anubhav Scholarship Scheme is also one of the flagship scheme by SPIC MACAY, initiated to give the students again an experience of great legendary artists, their way of life along with their art form and their others living through simple living and high thinking form. So we invite students, sincere students, not just those who are learning the art forms, but also are interested in keen potential to be a learner and stay with the Guru for a month. In the summer vacation we have in the month of April, May and June. Now I invite Vidya Vasan ma'am to share some information about our scholarship scheme. This will be open again for this year, for next year vacation, during vacation timing. For this year, we have received around 300 applications, out of which 50 students have been selected.
Namaste everyone. So every year we have this Gurukul Anubhav Scholarship Scheme run by SPIC MACAY movement, and we select those Supatra students who want to be inspired and have an experience under great masters. This year also, we have selected few students who will be going to Vaijayanti Kashiji in Bengaluru, Wasifuddin Dagar Saab in Delhi, Hemachandra Goswami ji in Majuli Island, Yoga, Bihar School of Yoga, then Dharamshala for the Buddhism under spirituality, and Kalamandalam Suganti for Mohiniyattam in Trishur. So the main idea of this Gurukul Anubhav scholarship scheme to accommodate students from 14 years to 26 years, up to 26. But ideally, we are looking for students in the age of 14, 15, 16, 17, 16, who would like to be inspired. So we'll be taking out an advertisement in our Facebook as well as other social media page. And the students can apply for this. We'll have an initial round of interview by the state coordinators, and then Dr. Kiran Seth himself will be interviewing the right students selected by the state coordinators, and he will decide on the guru for this particular student. We request more and more students, it's an appeal to the teachers, for sending more and more students to apply for this scholarship scheme and have an experience under these guru, completely drenched by the aura of this guru. It will be a one-time experience for your students. I vouch for this. Thank you.
Thank you, Vidya ma'am. So we invite participation for our scholarship schemes also. The information will be updated on our website. So I request you to please register and do come for our scholarship scheme. But yes, be remembered, it will be a screening, it will be an interview round, and we only take sincere students who are willing to take the risk of staying with a guru without any mobile engagements, and same like the ashram we are trying to have atmosphere here, we will be trying to have those for the 1 month with the guru. Now here we see a small discover yourself Anubhuti of SPIC MACAY.
Society's evolution of Indian classical music and culture amongst you. SPIC MACAY. उन लोगों से मिलने जो महसूस करते हैं, कर सकते हैं। बच्चे, बड़े, students, professionals, teachers, doctors। और ये नहीं पता कि आपकी उम्र या प्रोफेशन क्या है। सवाल ये है कि आप अपने को समझने के लिए किस जगह बनाइए ला रहा हूँ सर। म्यूजिक कल्चर आर्ट वो जगह है जिनसे हम अपनी अमूल्य सांस्कृतिक धरोहर को समझ पाते हैं। वो धरोहर जिसको हम वक्त के साथ साथ किसी हद तक भूलते जा रहे हैं। SPIC MACAY के हाथ और कंधे हैं SPIC MACAY के वॉलंटियर्स। वो लोग जो इस तेज रफ्तार जिंदगी के बावजूद अपनी विरासत, अपनी आइडेंटिटी, हमारे देश की आत्मा और स्वरूप के साथ जुड़े रहना चाहते हैं। हर साल SPIC MACAY के देश भर में फैले वॉलंटियर्स स्कूल्स, कॉलेजेस, इंस्टीट्यूशंस में हजारों इवेंट्स ऑर्गेनाइज करते हैं। इवेंट्स से हमारी सभ्यता और संस्कृति वहाँ पहुँचती है जहाँ हमारा भविष्य है, हमारा फ्यूचर, हमारा यूथ। फिल्म, थिएटर, म्यूजिक, डांस फॉर्म्स, फोक आर्ट और इन जैसे और माध्यमों से हम लाखों लोगों तक अपनी हजारों साल की विरासत को पहुंचा पाते हैं। वो विरासत जो सिर्फ हमारी है, वो विरासत जिसको बचाना या जाने देना सिर्फ हमारे हाथ में है। वो विरासत जिसको आज हमारी जरूरत है।
So this was a small clip about Discover Yourself, about our experience, about what our mission, our movement. We'd now like to share something about SPIC MACAY modules, which we always share with our teachers, institution, while we go and interact with them. So we would like to share with all the teachers who had come here from all over the country. They might be knowing about SPIC MACAY in their school institution, but they might also be new for this. So we'd like to share about our modules, how we go to different schools in each and every district of our country and share in different forms of our art and craft, our culture, classical culture with the students.
ఏయ్ చెక్ ఏయ్ అది చూడు అన్లన్న చూడు వస్తుందంట
करते हैं ना ठीक करने की कोशिश करते हो यहीं पे हाथ जाता है फिर गिर जाता है तो नीचे हाँ दोनों हो गया माइक
अभी अभी हाँ पानी भर के उसके ऊपर ट्रैप नहीं है इसको यहीं रखो बाहर दिखाना
So these were few modules through which SPIC MACAY operates in different schools and institutions. Next, we are going to start with our session of literature and learning and poetry session with Javed Akhtar Sahab. He will be joining us soon.
Hey, check.
रिगार्डिंग कन्वेंशन अगर आप में से किसी को भी कोई क्वेरी हो कुछ प्रॉब्लम आ रही हो कहीं कन्वेंशन कहीं योग निद्रा में साइट पे पहुंचने के लिए लंच या कुछ भी so you can always contact to the coordinator of that team and they will help you out. Regarding heritage walk also we will open the registration team and as well where you have already given the information but in case if there's some changes you can inform them. From Thursday onwards, they will be again asking you if there is any change in the time of departure you have given.
check check
Again a request जो भी intensive आप लोगों ने आज start किया है, please be on time for the next 5 days in that session from 9 to 12. There is no allowance of change of intensive in any case. जो आप लोगों ने आज attend किया है, you will be attending the same intensive sessions till Saturday.
थोड़ा टेबल आगे
कैच नहीं करेगा इतना दूर से, तो ये वाला माइक ले लो, स्टैंड वाला
ले लो भाई, जो भी ले लो। नहीं, ये भी कैच कर ही रहा है। Can you hear my voice? Last line. Yeah. No, you can't. You can. Okay.
तो जोर से बोले, हमें नहीं सुनाई दे रहा whether you can hear or not. Can you hear? That's better.
Okay. तो ठीक है, कर दीजिए।
So ये आपको शायद दिख नहीं रहे, ये पूरे इंडिया की representation है आज।
Namaste.
I'm already nervous. Why are you making me more nervous?
Namaste. It is our great honor and privilege to welcome one of the most celebrated and respected literary figures of our time, Shri Javed Akhtar ji. A poet, lyricist, and screenwriter, he is renowned for his profound contributions to Hindi cinema and Urdu literature. Known for his deeply evocative poetry, sharp intellect, and humanistic vision, he has penned some of the most memorable poems and lyrics. Born into a family with a rich literary heritage, he carries forward the legacy of classical Urdu poetry while making it accessible and relevant to contemporary audiences. Javed Akhtar ji is a recipient of numerous prestigious awards, including the Padma Bhushan and multiple national film awards for his lyrical genius. While we were all looking forward to the presence of Shabana Azmi ji, we regret to share that she had a fall and unfortunately could not travel. We wish her a very speedy recovery. In her place, we are deeply grateful to have Mrs. Rashmi Malik, a senior volunteer and one of the key leaders of SPIC MACAY. We will have Urdu poetry reading and conversations. I once again welcome Javed Akhtar ji and Rashmi Malik ji for this special session of poetry and conversation.
Thank you very much. I think we should start with conversation, and after a little while I'll prefer a Q&A because there are so many young people sitting here, and when they ask, a question is not a question. A question is much more than a question, but it tells you what young people think, what are their concerns, what are their priorities. So one learns from them, or even when listening to their question. So we'll have more time for question answer, some for this discussion what we have. And if you want, then there'll be some poetry. That's your choice.
Poetry. They want poetry. So, ठीक है, we'll do poetry also, but...
So you have no expectation from my conversation. आप पोइट्री सुना दीजिए, वो पहले लिखी है आपने, वही ठीक होगी. हाँ? We can't depend on your spontaneity. Okay. Okay. Then I'll recite a poem. The title of the poem is वो कमरा याद आता है. You see what happens? That today you are living, all of you must be living in one room or the other, and then after a while you will progress, you will become big people, you will buy big houses, and then you will have a much larger, more luxurious, more comfortable room. But somehow that room which you had in your impressionable age always remains with you. You always miss that room, because that was an adolescent friendship between the room and you. मैं जब भी जिंदगी की चिलचिलाती धूप में तप कर, this
poem will be translated in English. It has been translated by some very reliable, credible translators. And the book is in other words, because the same poem is translated in the other words. मैं जब भी जिंदगी की चिलचिलाती धूप में तप कर, मैं जब भी दूसरों के और खुद के झूठ से थक कर, मैं सबसे लड़के खुद से हार के जब भी उसे कमरे में जाता था, वो हल्के और गहरे कत्थई रंगों का एक कमरा, वो बेहद मेहरबान कमरा, जो अपनी नर्म मुट्ठी में मुझे ऐसा छुपा लेता था जैसे कोई माँ बच्चे को आंचल में छुपा ले, प्यार से डांटे, ये क्या आदत है जितनी दोपहर में मारे मारे घूमते हो तुम, वो कमरा याद आता है. दबीज थिक, दबीज और खासा भारी, कुछ जरा मुश्किल से खुलने वाला वो शीशम का दरवाज़ा, कि जैसे कोई अक्खड़ बाप अपने खुरदुरे सीने में चाहत के समंदर को छुपाए हो. वो कुर्सी और उसके साथ वो जुड़वा बहन उसकी, वो दोनों दोस्त थी मेरी. वो एक गुस्ताख मुंहफट आईना जो दिल का अच्छा था, वो बेहंगम सी अलमारी जो कोने में खड़ी एक बूढ़ी अन्ना की तरह आईने को तनबीह करती थी, एडमोनिश करती थी. वो एक गुल्लान नंदा था, बहुत शैतान, उन दोनों पे हंसता था. दरीचा, विंडो, या ज़हानत से भरी एक मुस्कुराहट, और दरीचे पर झुकी वो बेल, कोई सब सरगोशी. किताबें ताक में और शेल्फ पर संजीदा उस्तानी बनी बैठी, मगर सब मुंतज़िर इस बात की मैं उनसे कुछ पूछूं. सिरहाने नींद का साथी, थकन का चारागर, नो नरम दिल तकिया, मैं जिसकी गोद में सर रख के छत को देखता था. छत की कड़ियों में न जाने कितने अफसानों की कड़ियाँ थी. वो छोटी मेज़ पर और सामने दीवार पे आवेज़ा तस्वीरें मुझे अपनाइयत से देखती थी, मुस्कुराती थीं. उन्हें शक भी नहीं था एक दिन मैं उनको ऐसे छोड़ जाऊंगा. मैं एक दिन यूं भी जाऊंगा कि फिर वापस ना आऊंगा. मैं अब जिस घर में रहता हूँ बहुत ही खूबसूरत, मैं अब जिस घर में रहता हूँ बहुत ही खूबसूरत है, मगर अक्सर यहाँ खामोश बैठा याद करता हूँ वो कमरा बात करता था.
It is very difficult to fill the shoes of Shabana ji, but I will still try with your permission, Javed Saab.
I'll request you not to do that.
I remember that room. Whenever I was scorched by the burning sun of life, whenever I grew tired of my own lies and the lies of the others, fighting with everyone, losing against myself, I used to go into that room. That one room with its light and dark brown colors. That room, kind beyond all bounds, which used to tuck me up in its soft sleep, as a mother might hide a child in the folds of her dress, scolding with love. Now, what a way to go on, wandering about in the midday sun. I remember that room. That heavy, solid wooden door, hard to pull open, as if a stern father in his rugged breast had hidden an ocean of tenderness. That chair with its twin sister, both of them were my friends. That insolent, loud-mouthed mirror, which had a kind heart. That clumsy wardrobe standing in the corner like an old nurse would reprove the mirror. The flower was quite tiny, very naughty, laughing at them both. The window, or a knowing smile, and the creeper bending over the casement, some green whisper. Books in the alcoves or on the shelf sat like some serious school ma'am, but they waited for me to ask them something. Pillows, companions of slumber, remedy of tiredness, that soft-hearted bolster in whose lap I would rest my head and gaze at the ceiling, in the rafters of the roof. No one knows how many tales were begun over the little table, on the facing wall, hanging pictures. Used to look at me with affection and trust. They smiled, never dreaming that one day I would leave them like this. One day I would depart, never to return. The house where I live now is a fine one, but often I sit here in silence and remember how that room would talk to me.
Here's another poem. ये खेल क्या है? In this poem I have used the metaphor of chess, but obviously one is saying something else and you are sharp enough, intelligent enough to understand that. Mukhalif is opponent, प्रतिद्वंदी. मेरे मुखालिफ ने चाल चल दी है और अब मेरी चाल के इंतज़ार में है. मगर मैं कब से सफ़ेद खानों स्याह खानों में रखे काले सफ़ेद मोहरों को देखता हूँ. मैं सोचता हूँ ये मोहरे क्या हैं. अगर मैं समझूँ कि ये जो मोहरे हैं सिर्फ लकड़ी के हैं खिलौने, तो जीतना क्या है, हारना क्या. न ये ज़रूरी न वो अहम है. अगर खुशी है न जीतने की न हारने का ही कोई गम है, तो खेल क्या है. मैं सोचता हूँ जो खेलना है तो अपने दिल में यकीन कर लूँ. ये मोहरे सचमुच के बादशाह हो वज़ीर, सचमुच के हैं प्यादे, और इनके आगे है दुश्मनों की वो फौज रखती है जो कि मुझको तबाह करने के सारे मंसूबे सब इरादे. मगर मैं ऐसा जो मान भी लूँ तो सोचता हूँ ये खेल कब है. ये जंग है जिसको जीतना है. ये जंग है जिसमें सब है जायज़. कोई ये कहता है जैसे मुझसे ये जंग भी है ये खेल भी है. ये जंग है पर खिलाड़ियों की, ये खेल है जंग की तरह का. मैं सोचता हूँ जो खेल है इसमें इस तरह का उसूल क्यों है कि कोई मोहरा रह के जाए मगर जो है बादशाह उस पर कभी कोई आँच भी ना आए. वज़ीर ही को है बस इजाज़त कि जिस तरफ भी वो चाहे जाए. मैं सोचता हूँ जो खेल है इसमें इस तरह का उसूल क्यों है. प्यादा जो अपने घर से निकले पलट के वापस न जाने पाए. मैं सोचता हूँ अगर यही है उसूल तो फिर उसूल क्या है. अगर यही है जो खेल तो फिर ये खेल क्या है. मैं इन सवालों से जाने कब से उलझ रहा हूँ. मेरे मुखालिफ ने चाल चल दी है और अब मेरी चाल के इंतज़ार में है.
क्या बात है, क्या बात है. What is this game? My opponent has made a move and now awaits mine. I stare at the black and white pieces that sit on the black and white squares, and I wonder, what are these pieces? If I were to assume that these pieces are no more than wooden toys, then what is the point in the victory or defeat? Neither is this necessary, nor is that important. If there's no pleasure in win, nor sorrow in loss, then what is this game? I think if I must play, then I should convince myself that these pieces are indeed king and queen, that these are real foot soldiers, and arrayed before them is the enemy army, which plans and intends to destroy me. But if I were to make myself believe this, then I think this is no longer a mere game. This is a war that must be won, a war in which all is fair. It is as if somebody says to me, this is a war and a game too. This is a war, but one between the players, a game, but one like war. I ask myself, this game, why does it have such a rule that no matter what happens to any of the pieces, the one that is king must be protected from harm at all times? That only the queen has the freedom to move in any direction it wants. I wonder, this game, Why does it have such a rule that once a pawn leaves home, it can never return? I wonder, if this is the rule, then what are these rules? If this is the game, then what is this game? I have been wrestling with these questions for a long time. Meanwhile, my opponent has made a move and awaits mine.
You better stop me, otherwise I'll recite the third poem. So quickly ask some questions.
मैं एक थोड़ा सा बात करना चाहती हूँ क्योंकि हम जावेद साहब चाहेंगे कि सब यंग लोगों के साथ इंटरेक्ट करें. पहले तो जावेद साहब, हम स्पिक मेके की तरफ से आपका बहुत बहुत शुक्रगुजार हैं, और शबाना जी का भी, कि पिछले कम से कम 20 साल से ज़्यादा आप लोग ने स्पिक मेके को इतना कंट्रीब्यूशन दिया एंड अनकंडीशनल सपोर्ट. अब मैं एक जो सबसे पहले मेरे ज़बान में जो युवा पीढ़ी यहाँ बैठी है, आपके हिसाब से Urdu language, how relevant is it for these young people sitting here today?
See, India has many languages, and every language is relevant and will always be relevant. Every language. Because a language is not just a vehicle for communication, that I gave you some information and you gave me some information. It's much more than that. Every language, that is Tamil or Telugu or Malayali or Kannada or Hindi or Bengali or Marathi or Gujarati, these languages carry a culture, a continuity also. The moment you cut a child from a language, the child loses the culture, loses the roots. Language is the root. You see, personally, being an atheist, maybe my opinion is biased, but I genuinely believe that religion is highly overrated and language is highly underrated. You see, you may be very religious. For how many minutes in a day you perform your duties as a religious person? 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour. But for the rest of the 23 hours, you are using the language. Your language, because even if you are sleeping, you dream in your own language. So it is with you. And language was, your own language was spoken by your parents and their parents and their parents. It has a continuity, it's a wave. It's not a pond, it's a river. And it is bringing not only the words, not only the syntax or grammar, it is also bringing so many traditions, mythology, folk literature, folk stories, folk songs. That makes you a person with roots. This is your identity. I'm not saying that you should remain only with your roots. Only roots are not a tree. You have to rise above and you have to branch out. So English is equally important. Anybody who says that English is unimportant is your enemy. But anybody who says that your mother tongue is not important, that too is not your well-wisher. We need roots, we need growing up in a trunk, and we need spreading out all over the world with our branches. That makes a complete tree. Without, and the more you spread out, the deeper your roots should be, otherwise the tree will fall. So it is a must that all of us and all young people should know their mother tongue. And they know, through their mother tongue, they will know their historical, cultural continuity and history. So Urdu is one of them. Urdu is not just a language. It carries culture, a certain aesthetics. Now, it happened in last, say, perhaps 70, 80 years, maybe a little more, 90 years, but not 100 years, less than that they started saying, and some people started claiming, and some people started accusing, that Urdu is the language of Muslims. It is the most meaningless and stupid argument or statement. You know, whose language is Urdu? Religion, language doesn't belong to religions. Language belongs to regions. Like a Tamilian Muslim will speak Tamil in Gaon, in the village, if he is not an immigrant, he'll speak Tamilian, a Malayali Muslim who is actually Malayali, not that he has settled down there, will speak Malayali, and so on. It is a record in history. There have been many partitions in the world, but Pakistan has a distinction that in Pakistan, the majority asked for the partition from the minority. It had never happened before and will never happen again, I promise you. 10 crore Bengalis told 7 crores Punjabis and Sindhis that we don't want to be in Pakistan, and they made Bangladesh 10 crore. Why? What was the major issue? The language. Because Urdu was being imposed on them, and they said, we are Bengali, our mother tongue is Bengali, we will not accept any other language, we will learn Bengali. And I hats off to them. Urdu is my mother tongue, but I have nothing but respect for those who remain loyal to their language. They were Muslims. After that, if 10 crore Muslims break a country on the issue that we will not learn Urdu, after saying that Urdu is Muslim language, is stupid. In India, Urdu was the language of Delhi, UP, Punjab. Every Punjabi you will meet. Now, in 70s, it was the father. Now they talk of the grandfather. He'll tell you, my grandfather, even today, reads only Urdu. Because everybody was learning Urdu in Punjab. Urdu was the language of Punjab to a great extent. Hello? No, it has come back. Thank you. Healthy compromise. So, everybody was, I was saying in 20th century, the major contribution in Urdu literature is not from Delhi and Lucknow or Hyderabad, but from Punjab. The biggest prose writers, the biggest fiction writers, the biggest poets were born in Punjab. It was the language. Punjab itself is a Urdu word. Panj means panch, ab means pani. So, the whole urban culture of North India was developed in this language, and it was developed not only by one community, but everybody. So to marginalize this language or try to diminish it or eradicate it will be very, very unwise. You will be throwing something very precious that all the Indians of North India, a certain part, had developed it together.
Thank you so much, Avita. Any of you have something to ask beyond that?
My experience, I have attended many Q&As. The first two questions come with a great hesitation. And after that, everybody has two questions. So who is going to bell the first two cats?
One hand which has come up.
There she is.
Stand up.
Give her the mic. Is it possible?
Yeah, she's got the mic.
Okay.
Okay, good afternoon, sir and ma'am. I'm Audrija Rakshit from West Bengal, South Point Institute. Okay, so my question is, among all of your writings, which is the favorite one of yours and why?
It's a very good question. It's uncanny because I am going to write my favorite tomorrow. Give it to her. Udhar, somebody had raised her hand. Yeah.
Hello. My name is Shivani Sharath, and I'm from Kerala. I'm a Malayali, and currently I'm in Bangalore. So first of all, I want to tell you it's a great honor to meet you, sir. I'm a poet myself, and you have been a great inspiration to me, and I'm elated that I'm getting a chance to speak to you. I also started watching a lot of Hindi movies because you were the screenwriter of those movies. So I would like to ask you whether when you do a screenplay, do you go for multiple drafts, or do you do one draft and stick to it and express your emotions in that way, or do you believe in re-editing work?
I'll be very, very honest with you, although this honesty at the moment is not convenient for me, but I'll. In the beginning, when we started writing, I was 23, 24 when we started writing. When I wrote Diwar, Zanjeer, Sholay, I was in my 20s. It released when I was 30, but I had written 3-4 years back. All these big films are the first version. There was never any second version. Whatever screenplay or whatever dialogue was written once, that was the final thing. But now, after a long time, I'm writing screenplays again, and soon they'll be announced by different producers. I have worked on 3 screenplays. I had to write them 4-5 times because I would write it, then leave it for 15-20 days, and then read it again, and I would find many shortcomings or weak scenes, and then repeat it again, and then leave it. Then after a month I would read, because immediately you don't get that idea. You develop a little distance. If you leave the thing for a while and go back, then you yourself will understand that this is a patch which is slightly weaker, or it has come on a plateau. It is not creating any curiosity in the reader or the viewer, so on. So now I write more than 1 or 2 drafts, but in my younger days I never did that. ये माइक जो है आप लोग खुद ही ट्रांसफर करिए, वो ऐसा नहीं होगा.
Hello. Javed sir, on your left.
Sir.
It will be very difficult for a चलो ये पूछ ले.
Sir.
पर पीछे दे देना फिर. हाँ बोलो बेटा. Ask a simple question.
उनके बाद you can do it. Huh? Just keep it with you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
My name is Trishika Bajaj and I am from Jangir, Chhattisgarh, representing Brilliant Public School, Banari, Jangir. And my question to you is कि हमारे स्कूल में भी कई सारे डेलीगेट्स आते हैं. हमने कई सारे मोटिवेशनल स्पीकर्स को सक्सेस को डिफाइन करते देखा है, सक्सेस के बारे में बताते देखा है. बट मैं आपसे ये पूछना चाहूँगी कि आप फेलियर को कैसे डिफाइन करेंगी? व्हाट इज़ अ फेलियर, और क्या फेलियर सच में ऐसा कोई वर्ड होता है किसी इंसान की ज़िंदगी में?
Very good question. Sit down. Don't fail to sit. Failure is when you give up. As long as you are trying, you have not failed, because the process is on. I must tell you a very interesting story. Edison had made an electric bulb, and then UK, all right? Okay. Edison had made an electric bulb, but the problem was that the filament used to get burned. So he made a team of 5 young scientists, and he said that you work on it and find a kind of a filament that doesn't burn out. After a few months, all 5 of them came back to him. And they said, sir, we have tried in 500 different ways, but sooner or later it burns out. He said, wonderful, great, very good news. It means now you know 500 ways of not making it. All you have to do now is to find one way how to make it. As long as we have not given up, we have not failed, because the battle is on, the effort is on, we are in the process. We fail when we give up, that's all.
Hello.
This little young boy here.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, what inspired you to write such like beautiful poems and screenwritings?
Which poem?
Beautiful poems and screen lyrics. Beautiful poems and screen lyrics.
I mean, there are 2 things. One is, they say, genetic, another is your upbringing and your immediate atmosphere when you are growing up. Perhaps I was fortunate enough to have both. My last 7 generations is of writers. And not writers who used to write and keep it under their pillows, but known writers. One So perhaps to some extent it is genetic. And then I was fortunate enough to have an atmosphere because my mother was a writer, my father was a poet, my maternal uncle was a very famous poet, my paternal uncle was a poet, my grandfather was a poet, my grandfather's mother and father, both of them were poets in the time where women were not supposed to write poetry. It was evil for them indulging in such exercises, but she was a poetess and known poetess. Her father was a poet and his father was a poet. So, since both my mother and father were writers and poets, their friends were also writers and poets. So if we would go to any town or somebody will come to us, they will stay with us poets. We would go and stay with poets and writers and so on. So by the time I was 12 or 13, by heart I remember hundreds of couplets. By the time I was 15 or 16, I remembered thousands of couplets. Today, even today, I can recite other people's poetry for a couple of hours, I'm sure. Although maybe I don't remember all, but 2 घंटा तो मैं आपको सुना दूंगा दूसरों की poetry. So I knew at a very young age that I can write poetry because I had the sense of rhythm, I had the sense of meter. But perhaps there were multiple reasons that I did not write poetry. First, if you know what is good poetry, anything, if you're a painter, you know what is a good painting. So you get intimidated and you feel whether I'll be that good. And if I'll fall short in my own eyes, that will be very difficult to face. One. Then another thing that I was a rebel child who at the age of 16 left home and started living on his own and so on. So जब दुकानदार का बेटा बिगड़ता है तो दुकान पे नहीं बैठता. तो मैं जब बिगड़ा तो मैंने पोइट्री नहीं की. But ultimately वो सुबह का भूला शाम को आ जाता है ऐसे बोलते हैं ना. So I also came back. I started writing poetry when I was 29, 30. Generally people stop writing poetry at that age. They write in teenage and in their 20s and then they get over it. I started writing then because it was there. I knew the craft. Because of some process of osmosis, it had gone in me.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste, kahan hai aap?
Namaste, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for giving the opportunity to ask a question. I'm Shri Surabajala. So I have 2 questions. One is, how did you find the love and passion for poetry? And second question is, poetry is said that it is a way of expression. So most of your poems, in what emotion have you written it in? Because I'm also a budding poetess, I just want to gain more inspiration from you.
Actually, as I mentioned, that I started writing poetry a bit late in the day, because 29, 30, perhaps for a writer, is a pretty late time. So, of course, you have passion, but what happens by that age, you started having other concerns and started looking at the world with different eyes. So, surprisingly, in my literary poetry, there are hardly any romantic poems. There are very few poems. वो जब लिख सकता था तब पोइट्री नहीं कर रहा था. तो वो यही चक्कर हो गया. So then generally my concerns were different. Although I have written some poetry, होता क्या है, when in public I recite my poetry sometimes in some special avenues, and those people are only familiar with my film songs, so they get a kind of a cultural shock. And sometimes one cannot resist and they ask me, आप romantic poetry नहीं लिखते हैं? So I tell them, free नहीं लिखता हूँ, I charge for that. तो फिर भी कुछ free भी लिखी है, ऐसी बात नहीं है. तो that is how it is. और क्यों लिखता है आदमी पोइट्री? कोई भी आदमी क्यों करता है कुछ उसका टैलेंट या उसका बेंट ऑफ माइंड या उसका इंटरेस्ट उसमें होता होगा. अब यू कांट आस्क से विराट कोहली, आप क्रिकेट क्यों खेलने लगे? वाई नॉट फुटबॉल? तो अब उसे पसंद था क्रिकेट, तो क्रिकेट खेलने लगा. वो इतना बड़ा प्लेयर बन गया. तो ऐसे ही कुछ लोग होते हैं जिनका bent up mind होता है कुछ चीज़ों की तरफ. Some people become painters, some people become scientists. एक तो पहले creativity को, we must understand the meaning of this word creativity. Creativity doesn't mean only making paintings and singing songs or making musical compositions and writing poetry. No. Actually, most of the poetry is not creative. Most of the paintings are not creative. They are emulations. They are inspired by some other thing. They are a copy of some master. Creativity means, creation means thing which was not there. Like, I think, man who put the automobile on a conveyor belt, Henry Ford, was a creative man. Edison, who thought of catching sound and did it, was a creative man. Anybody who does something, whether he's making a bridge or making a medicine or making a machine, if it is new, if it is something that was not there, that person is creative. And a poet who is writing poetry like which has been written in last 100 years is not creative at all. Creation means, the very word creation means thing which was not there and you created it. So, different people have different bents of mind and they contribute and they are the people who are remembered and we should thank them. Today we are sitting here, there is electricity, there is such a huge building. I mean, we have not discovered how to make this building. We did not discover what is electricity. There were people who did it and they were creative people. And thanks to them we are sitting here.
Namaskar, Javed sir. Sir, on your left. Sir, नमस्कार जावेद सर. नमस्कार रश्मि मैम. मेरा नाम अमृतांशु सिंह है एंड अवलन तो पहले हम आपके सामने बात पेश करना चाहते हैं कि अपने वालिद साहब के बाद किसी की बातों से एक चीज़ों को देखने का नया नज़रिया मिला तो वो आप ही रहे. पर अपना प्रश्न शुरू करने से पहले मेरा एक सवाल है कि आपका एक अजीज़ रिश्ता रहा आपने एक व्यक्ति के साथ, उनका नाम मुश्ताक सिंह है. एंड मैं जानना चाहता हूँ सर कि आप अभी भी उनसे लिया हुआ कड़ा पहनते हैं?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, sir, my question around like relation only, that एक इंसान के ज़िंदगी में रिश्तों की कितनी अहमियत होती है. रिश्ते in sense is not only about lovers or आशिकी or girlfriend and boyfriend, like our friends, colleagues and all. So बात यह है कि जब इंसान साथ रहता है और एक वक्त आता है जब इंसान छूट जाता है, बस कुछ यादें रह जाती हैं एंड चाहे वो दोस्त हो, चाहे उसके साथ अच्छी रहे बुरी यादें, तो वो उनको छोड़ देना सही है, उनके साथ जीना सही है. और लाइक द क्वेश्चन इज हाउ मच इज रिलेशन इम्पोर्टेंट इन वंस लाइफ?
व्हाट इज इम्पोर्टेंट?
एक रिश्ता एक इंसान की ज़िंदगी में कितनी अहमियत रखता है?
एक्चुअली बैठिए, अब रिश्ते को ज़रा नैरो सेंस में मत लीजिए. वी हैव अ रिश्ता विद आवर कंट्री, मदरलैंड. वी हैव अ रिश्ता विद अ लैंग्वेज. We have a rishta with our society, we have a rishta with our friends and families and community and so on. Without this rishta, who are we? We are nothing. बिना रिश्ते के हम है ही नहीं कुछ. और हर रिश्ता जो है इम्पोर्टेंट है अपनी जगह. और in different moments, different relationships become the prime importance. ऐसा नहीं है, कोलाज है. ये हम जो है अपनी मेमोरी के, अपने रिश्तों के कोलाज ही तो हैं, और क्या है. अगर आप सारी मेमोरीज हटा देंगे जो दूसरों के लिए साथ हैं, मेमोरी अकेले तो नहीं होती, या एक्सपीरियंस, ये दुनिया भी एक्सपीरियंस है, तो उसी से तो आप बने हैं, वही आप हैं. हु आर वी? वी आर अ memory which creates different kind of emotions also. But without memory, memory of others, memory of experiences, memory of incidents, memory of whatever, that is us. And those memories create love, those memories create disdain, those memories create anger, those benevolence, and so on. So without rishta, तो कोई मतलब ही नहीं है। लेकिन आपकी आवाज़ में एक हल्का सा दुख था। एक कोई रिश्ता है उसे भूल जाइए, उसमें क्या हो गया।
सर
हाँ
सर
माइक माइक माइक
सर
आप माइक उधर दे दीजिए भाई, लेके मत बैठिए।
सर मैं
खुद जाइए भी मत, पास कर दिया कीजिए somebody। या आइए।
थैंक यू जावेद
इसके
सर।
बाद सर वी विल डू इट आफ्टर दिस। जी जी।
I'm Shuhita. My question to you is about the creative process that you've been discussing. So my question is, do you or have you ever felt the need to exercise caution in the process of writing creatively, to censor your own thoughts or words? And if you have, is that necessarily something that impoverishes writing, or does it in fact make your writing even more enriched, more complex? अगर सावधानी बरती है, निगरानी बरती है, तो उसका क्या असर पड़ा है आपकी लेखनी पर?
देखिए, all art is created in a paradox, because every art, whether you are painting, whether you are making a musical composition or you're writing a poem or whatever, two things which are ostensibly totally contradictory and incompatible work together in your mind. I'll give a physical experience. Here is a Shakespeare's play, and the actor has to say, to be or not to be, that is the question. He has to believe that he is Prince of Denmark. He has to believe that he has a weakness that he can't make up his mind, he cannot reach a decision. So he is standing here. And while speaking these lines, that is the question he has to reach there and take that light. Now, he can only play Prince of Denmark, a man who cannot take decisions, if he convinces himself that I am that. If he convinces himself, then how does he remember the chalk mark and the light? And if he remembers the light, how does he believe that he is the Prince of Denmark? They are contradictory, but they happen together. Why? Because every art has two factors: passion, dream, imagination, fantasy, dream. On the other side, there is craft. Within that, craft which is cold, which is calculated, which is mathematical, which is clever, surgical. And both of them work together to create art. So ये जिसे आप कह रहे हैं being careful, what was the word you had used?
Caution.
Caution. The caution is there. And there is another factor, another part of your mind that has no conscience. It's like going in its flow. But there is someone within your mind, no, don't use this word. That what will be more effective. This person is writing a tragic scene and crying, has tears in her eyes while he or she is writing it. But another part of the mind is surgical and cold-blooded. Says, use that word, it will hurt them even more. So this process is on together. तो वो जिसे आप कह रहे हैं कि एक तरफ से निगरानी, एक तरफ से इतना केयरफुल कैलकुलेटेड एटीट्यूड, दूसरी तरफ से टोटल पैशन एंड टोटल इमोशन, दे वर्क टुगेदर इन गुड आर्ट।
जावेद साहब अब एक दो वर्ड
Sir.
कहते हैं, फिर पोइट्री करके
भैया एक उधर अब रुक जाइए, मेरे उनके रिलेशन खराब हो जाए। हाँ जी सर, आप बोलिए इसके बाद।
सर, आई एम अजय डांगी फ्रॉम स्पीक मैके चैप्टर मंदसौर। सर, मैं शबाना जी का बहुत बड़ा फ़ैन रहा हूँ।
मैं भी हूँ सर।
सर, मेरा सवाल ये है कि शबाना जी से आपको कितनी प्रेरणा मिलती है लिखने की?
ओह, सेम क्वेश्चन हियर सर, मेरा भी वही क्वेश्चन था, पर थोड़ा सा और है।
ये आप लोगों को ये क्वेश्चन शबाना ने तो नहीं दिया ना? देखो वो आएगा जरा ये पूछ लेना।
नहीं सर,
हाँ?
बिकॉज एक जैसे कि कॉफ़ी विद करण जी में उनका एक शो था जिसमें शबाना जी ने आपकी केमिस्ट्री के बारे में बताया था, आपके और शबाना जी के। तो ये जानना है कि इट इज़ सेइंग दैट बिहाइंड एवरी सक्सेसफुल मैन देयर इज़ ए वुमन। तो शबाना जी का क्या रोल है आपकी लाइफ में?
देखिए, पहले तो मुझे ये जो प्रोवर्ब है ये पसंद नहीं है, ठीक करेक्ट नहीं लगता। बिहाइंड एवरी मैन देयर इज अ वुमन, बिहाइंड एवरी सक्सेसफुल मैन देयर आर मेनी वुमेन। तो वो ये तो बात ही गलत है। ये कहना कि एक ही है, ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है? बाकी क्या अंधी है, पागल है? लेकिन खैर चलिए, वो तो मजाक हुआ। फैक्ट ये है कि कोई भी इंसान जिसके साथ आप ज़िंदगी गुजार रहे हैं और आपका उससे कम्युनिकेशन है, तो उसका इन्फ्लुएंस आप पर और आपका इन्फ्लुएंस उस पर तो होगा ही, ये पॉसिबल नहीं कि ना हो। हम लोग का चक्कर क्या है कि एक्चुअली वी आर फ्रेंड्स, और मुझे कोई पूछता है सब व्हाट इज़ अ सक्सेसफुल मैरिज? आई थिंक सक्सेसफुल मैरिज मीन्स आर यू फ्रेंड्स? कैन यू टॉक टू ईच अदर अबाउट एवरीथिंग अंडर द सन? देन इट्स अ सक्सेसफुल मैरिज। तो एक्चुअली हम लोग तो दोस्त हैं जिन्होंने गड़बड़ में शादी भी कर ली है, ये है। तो ऑब्वियसली एनीथिंग आई राइट और शी डज, एंड इफ शी हैज टू चूज अ स्क्रीन प्ले, ये करूं कि नहीं करूं पिक्चर, ये वो, तो हम दोनों साथ में डिस्कस करते हैं। मुझे यकीन है कि उसके एस्थेटिक्स, उसके मोरालिटी या उसकी चॉइस ने मुझे इन्फ्लुएंस किया होगा और मैंने उसे किया होगा, लेकिन वो बिल्कुल कॉन्शियस लेवल पे नहीं होता कि मैं ये 3 बातें, वो तो एक बिल्कुल घुली मिली बातें होती हैं। कहाँ से आपका पार्टनर शुरू हुआ और कहाँ आप ख़त्म हुए, और कहाँ आपका पार्टनर ख़त्म हुआ, आप कहाँ शुरू हुए, पता नहीं लगता है। वो इस तरह से ज़िंदगी चलती है। चलो यार, पूछ रहे हैं, अभी पूछते हैं। पोइट्री तो पढ़ लेंगे, बुक है। चलो हाँ, अब देखिए साहब, ये पहले खड़े हो गए। हाँ बोलिए, आपके पीछे भी कोई है? आपका फोन, वो माइक ऑफ है, वो लोग नहीं सुन पाएंगे। हाँ अब हो गया, ठीक।
गुड आफ्टरनून सर। गुड आफ्टरनून मैम। सर हम लोग भी पोइट्रीज कुछ लाइंस लिखते हैं और हमारे में से काफ़ी आप इंस्पिरेशन हैं और काफ़ी हो कि आप फेवरेट पोएट है। तो सर मेरा क्वेश्चन है कि आपके फेवरेट पोएट कौन है और क्यों?
बैठिए। एक तो आपका कभी फेवरेट पोएट एक नहीं होना चाहिए। आपका, अगर आप पेंटर है तो एक पेंटर आपका फेवरेट नहीं होना चाहिए। अगर आप म्यूजिशियन है तो एक म्यूजिशियन आपका फेवरेट नहीं होना चाहिए, बिकॉज देन यू टेंड टू एम्यूलेट दैट पर्सन। बट इफ़ यू अप्रिशिएट सो मैनी एंड यू गेट इन्फ्लुएंस बाय सो मैनी, तो सबसे कुछ अच्छा आप लेते हैं, एंड देन व्हेन इट कम्स टुगेदर आपका अपना स्टाइल, आपकी अपनी आइडेंटिटी डेवलप होती है। ये एक का फैन होना बहुत ख़तरनाक बात होती है। देन यू टेंड टू कॉपी द पर्सन, और फिर आप उतने तो अच्छे नहीं हो पाएंगे जितना वो है। डोंट एवर बिकम एको, बी अ वॉइस। तो मुझे अलग अलग पीरियड्स हैं पोइट्री के। क्लासिकल पोइट्री है, फिर मॉडर्न पोइट्री है, फिर प्रोग्रेसिव राइटर्स का बहुत बड़ा मूवमेंट था, देन पोस्ट मॉडर्न पोइट्री है। तो डिफरेंट जॉन्स भी हैं, गज़ल है, नज़्म है, सोनेट्स हैं इंग्लिश में, ये वो। तो सभी पढ़ता हूँ मैं, और सभी जो अच्छे लगते हैं वो अच्छे लगते हैं, वो किसी के भी लिखे हुए हों। We should not become loyal to the person, we should be loyal to the art.
Good evening, sir. Here. Your right side. My name is Janya Kumar. Actually, first, before I ask my question, I want to say that my dad is a big fan of yours.
What a polite way of saying that I am not. Thank you.
Okay. So my question is, did you ever make a movie or a poem based on a real life incident in your life?
Life incident.
Yes and no, because what happens that even if you think of a fictitious plot, When you start developing it, your experience and your knowledge comes handy. Oh, it had happened that way with so and so. That's a good angle. We can use that scene. So, जो scenes हैं आप बनाते जब, when you make a detailed narrative, तो उसमें real life की बहुत सी चीज़ें आती हैं और आएंगे कहाँ से? वही आएंगे. मगर ये ज़रूरी नहीं है कि वो real life exactly वो हो, इसलिए कि अगला scene कुछ और हो सकता है. तो it is not biographical, but in spite of that, from different people, life, their experiences, their style of talking, everything you use in your script. So that way. But since I have not written any, so far I have not written any biopic. नहीं, मैं अपनी तो नहीं लिखूँगा ना, किसी और की लिखूँगा biopic. I didn't say autobiopic. जी, तो जी. आप माइक ले लिए तो अच्छा, because others will not know what you are asking.
Sorry, ma'am. That was the last question that we took. So, I'll hand it over to Rashmi ma'am now.
No. बस जावेद साहब वो सवाल तो बंद नहीं होंगे क्योंकि इतने सारे बच्चे
क्यों करने हैं आपको सवाल?
बस अब अगला सेशन भी है बच्चों का, इनका डिनर टाइम हो रहा है. वी फॉलो द जैन रूल्स, सो वो डिनर टाइम भी उनका 4:30-5 से शुरू हो जाता है. सो अभी अगर हम पोइट्री से ख़त्म कर दें तो इफ़ यू आर ओके विद दैट.
चलिए एक पोएम सुना देता हूँ.
हाँ प्लीज़.
अब देखो भाई, मैं तो तैयार था अभी जब तक बोलो मैं बैठने को, लेकिन उनका अलग सेशन है, नेक्स्ट सेशन के लिए वी विल हैव टू लीव. तो आई रिसाइट अ पोएम, वक्त, टाइम.
Absolutely.
It's a bit longer, so what we'll do that we'll divide it in 3 parts, and I'll recite one part, then she'll translate, then I'll recite the second part, and I'll recite the third part, then she'll translate. It's okay? Okay. The title of the poem is Waqt. ये वक्त क्या है? ये क्या है आखिर कि जो मुसलसल गुजर रहा है? ये जब न गुजरा था तब कहाँ था? कहीं तो होगा. गुजर गया है तो अब कहाँ है? कहीं तो होगा. कहाँ से आया, किधर गया है? ये कब से कब तक का सिलसिला है? ये वक्त क्या है?
What is time? What is this thing that goes on without pause? If it did not pass, then where could it have been? It must have been somewhere. It has passed. So where is it now? It must be somewhere. Where did it come from? Where did it go? Where did the process begin? Where will it end? What is time?
ये वाक़ई हादसे, तसादुम, हर एक गम और हर एक मसरत, हर एक कज़ियत, हर एक लज्जत, हर एक तबस्सुम, हर एक आंसू, हर एक नग़मा, हर एक खुशबू, वो ज़ख्म का दर्द हो कि वो लम्स का हो जादू, खुद अपनी आवाज़ हो कि माहौल की सदाएं, ये जहन में बनती और बिगड़ती हुई फ़ज़ाएं, वो फ़िक्र में आए ज़लज़ले हों कि दिल की हलचल, तमाम एहसास, सारे जज्बे, ये जैसे पत्ते बहते पानी की सतह पर जैसे तैरते हैं, अभी यहाँ हैं, अभी वहाँ हैं और अब है उछल. दिखाई देता नहीं है लेकिन ये कुछ तो है जो कि बह रहा है. ये कैसा दरिया है? किन पहाड़ों से आ रहा है? ये किस समंदर को जा रहा है? ये वक्त क्या है?
These events, incidents, conflicts, every grief, every joy, every torment, every pleasure, every smile, every tear, every song, every scent. It may be the pain of a wound or magic of a tender touch, one lonely voice or sounds around, successes and failures assailing the mind, the upheavals of care, the tumult of heart, all feelings, all emotion are like leaves floating on the surface of water, as they swim along, now here, now there, and now they disappear. There must be something, though unseen, flowing around. What is this river? Which hill has it come from? Which sea is it going to? What is time?
कभी कभी मैं सोचता हूँ कि चलती गाड़ी से पेड़ देखो तो ऐसा लगता है दूसरी सब जा रहे हैं। कभी कभी मैं सोचता हूँ कि चलती गाड़ी से पेड़ देखो तो ऐसा लगता है दूसरी सब जा रहे हैं, मगर हकीकत में पेड़ अपनी जगह खड़े हैं। तो क्या ये मुमकिन है? सारी सदियाँ कतार अंदर कतार अपनी जगह खड़ी हूँ, ये वक्त साकित हो और हम ही गुजर रहे हो। इस एक लम्हे में सारे लम्हे, तमाम सदियां छुपी हुई हो, न कोई आइंदा न गुज़िश्ता। जो हो चुका है वो हो रहा है, जो होने वाला है हो रहा है। मैं सोचता हूँ कि क्या ये मुमकिन है? सच ये हो कि सफ़र में हम हैं, गुज़रते हम हैं, जिसे समझते हैं हम गुज़रता है वो थमा है। गुज़रता है या थमा हुआ है, इकाई है या बटा हुआ है मुंजमद या पिघल रहा है। किसे खबर है, किसे पता है ये वक्त क्या है?
Sometimes I think when I see trees from a moving train, it seems they are going in the opposite way. But in reality, the trees are standing still. So can it be that all our centuries, row upon row, are standing still? Can it be that the time is fixed and we are alone, are in motion? Can it be that in this one moment, all moments, all centuries are hidden? No future, no past. What has gone by is happening now. What will come about is happening now. I wonder, is it possible that the truth is that we are in motion? We pass by and what we imagine is moving. Is really motionless. Moving or not moving, whole or divided. Is it frozen or is it melting? Who knows? Who can guess what is time?
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. She's just going to thank you. Minu.
Thank you, Javed Akhtar ji, for weaving words into magic and for sharing with us fragrance of your thoughts. With great warmth, I invite Professor R.M. Tiwari, National Chairperson, SPIC MACAY, to step forward and felicitate the master of verse himself, Shri Javed Akhtar Saab. I invite the Honorable Director of IIT Hyderabad, Professor B.S. Murthy, to say a few words, please.
Friends, I think, no words can be better than his words. I will only say that. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for being with us. You have blessed IIT Hyderabad today with your words. Thank you, sir.
I would like you to also felicitate Mrs. Rashmi Malik. On behalf of SPIC MACAY and the entire IIT Hyderabad, I thank you once again. Thank you.
Hello.
There will be another performance.
I request everybody to stay back because there's another session coming up, a dance performance. Please stay back and don't go outside. And I ask the volunteers to please close the door, and I request everybody to stay back.
Please. Follow. Side. Sir, sir. Please come. Okay, sir. ఎందుకన్నా
Off.
హలో నమస్కారం నా పేరు త్రివేణి ఆర్జీయుకేటీ బాసర్ తెలంగాణ
Requesting everyone to please settle down quickly. All students, अपनी अपनी जगह पे बैठ जाइए जल्दी से। बैठ जाइए। थैंक यू।
నమస్కారం నా పేరు త్రివేణి ఆర్జీయుకేటీ బాసర్ తెలంగాణ ఉత్తర ప్రాంతానికి చెందిన ముఖ్యంగా ఆదిలాబాద్ జిల్లాకు చెందిన రాజ్గోండులు జరుపుకునే అద్భుతమైన గిరిజన సాంప్రదాయం ఉత్సాహభరితమైన మరియు ఆత్మను కదిలించే గుస్సాడి నృత్యం. ఈ నృత్యం కేవలం ప్రదర్శననే కాదు, ఇది ఒక పవిత్రమైన ఆచారం. సమృద్ధిగా పంట పండించినందుకు ప్రకృతి మరియు దైవానికి కృతజ్ఞతలు తెలుపుతుంది. ప్రదర్శన ప్రారంభం కాగానే ప్రతి డప్పు చప్పుడు భూమి హృదయ స్పందనతో ఎలా ప్రతిధ్వనిస్తుందో గమనించండి. మరియు ప్రతి అడుగు గిరిజన స్ఫూర్తి యొక్క బలం మరియు గర్వాన్ని ప్రతిధ్వనిస్తుంది. నృత్య రూపకం స్వేచ్ఛగా ప్రవహించేదిగా అనిపించవచ్చు, కానీ ఇది లోతుగా ప్రతీకాత్మకంగా ఉంటుంది. మనిషి, ప్రకృతి మరియు దైవికం మధ్య సంబంధాన్ని సూచిస్తుంది. ఇది కేవలం వినోదం కాదు, ఇది తరతరాలుగా మౌఖికంగా మరియు భౌతికంగా అందించబడిన సాంస్కృతిక కథ చెప్పే రూపం. గుర్తింపు మరియు వేడుక యొక్క ఈ ముడి మచ్చిక చేసుకొని వ్యక్తీకరణలో మనం మునిగిపోదాం. గుస్సాడి బృందం మనల్ని కాలం, సంస్కృతి మరియు సాంప్రదాయం ద్వారా ఒక ప్రయాణంలో తీసుకెళ్ళనిస్తుంది. ఆదివాసీయులలో గుస్సాడి ద్వారా పద్మశ్రీ అందుకున్న కనక రాజు గారి కుమారుడు శ్రీ కనక సుదర్శన్ గారు. దయచేసి అందరూ మీ చేతులను జోడించి శ్రీ కనక సుదర్శన్ వారి బృందం చేయబోయే గంభీరమైన గుస్సాడి నృత్య ప్రదర్శనను స్వాగతించండి.
I am Vepapi from Panipat chapter. It's my great privilege to welcome Shri Kanaka Sudarshan ji, a visionary leader and highly respectful figure in the field of social service and education. With decades of selfless dedication, he has transformed countless lives through his impactful initiatives and inspiring leadership. He has been honored with several prestigious awards, including the Rashtriya Seva Ratna and the Radha Krishna Excellence Award for his outstanding contribution to society. Moreover, his father was the first Adivasi to win the Padma Shri Award. His tireless work is promoting education, empowering youth, and presenting cultural values has earned him national and international games. We are truly privileged to have him and his team on stage with us today to show his mesmerizing performance. Thank you.
It's still, it's not over. I request to please keep seated. Please get the door locked. It's not over.
I request Anuradha Prasad ji to kindly felicitate our artist. Here are our dearest artists, leading by Kanaka Sudarshan ji, Hada Ravinder Garu, Mesram Navanath Garu, Tatsam Sudarshan Garu, Tedam Nagaraj Garu, Atram Shivashankar Garu, Jamunaka Sheku Garu, Kumra Sairaj Garu, Nasram Bajirao Garu, and Yermak Kiran Kumar Garu.
बाबू मेरे इधर मुन
Thank you so much, Anuradha ji, a prime supporter. We'll all now break for our dinner and assemble here as early as possible. By 5:45, buses are waiting outside to take you to the dinner hall.